This is a Dr. Bill Quarter with a question for this presentation: the most common missing life ingredient. Specifically, I'm asking, what is the ingredient that's missing most often in the people that I see and work with? And I think the answer may surprise you. And again, I'm looking for an ingredient that's missing that would add to the quality of their life, that would improve the quality of their health, that would improve the quality of their emotional health, and would improve the quality of their longevity. What ingredient seems to be missing? Stephen Wright is a comedian, and one of the lines that he used, "I want to live forever, so far so good." Well, that line has a certain sense of humor to it that I like, but it misses a central point. There's a philosopher, Carlos Castaneda, who used to say the following, and I'm paraphrasing, but he was a great believer that if you have awareness of death right over your shoulder, that awareness of death is an ally in terms of living life to its fullest. And that's something that seems to be missing a lot in our culture. We tend to push aside any thoughts of our own mortality. We tend to push aside any thoughts of our own death. And I think we do a little disservice to ourselves by doing that. And let me give you an example. I think so many of us rush from childhood to adolescence. So many of us rush from adolescence into adulthood. So many of us rush through college to get a job. So many of us rush through our job to get promotions. And so many of us rush to get married, rush to get a family. We're constantly rushing. We're rushing to the grave. There's a lot of motion, a lot of activity, but it's not overly conscious. We're not aware of how quickly time is passing by, and we're not aware of the beauty of so many moments because they go by so quickly. And I think the benefit of having at least an awareness of your mortality, an awareness of death, is it forces you to pause a little bit and to say, you know, this is one day in my life, one less day in my life. I better enjoy it. I better appreciate the moment. And we all appreciate those moments on vacation, but we tend not to appreciate them during the course of a rushed week of work. And yet we should. And here's why I think there's a ripple effect if you have death as an ally on your right shoulder. I think you appreciate the moments. I think you appreciate the day, but it leads you to a sense of gratitude, a gratitude that you're alive, that you are part of this point in history of the universe. We're all sharing this point together. And I think gratitude also leads you to a better appreciation and respect of yourself. Too many of us are our worst enemies. Too many of us create our own limitations. Too many of us create our own self-doubts. The more we can appreciate life, the more we can appreciate and respect ourselves, the better off we are. And I think the better life gets. And I think with gratitude and appreciation comes more of a positive attitude. And that positive attitude makes life tremendously better. It makes life tremendously better at work. It makes life tremendously better at home. Now, to access this point, I'd like to request something I don't normally do, but try going to YouTube and typing in jelly beans. There's a wonderful little video on jelly beans about each jelly bean being a day in your life and how quickly they disappear. The second request is to try TED Talks or YouTube and type in Shawn Achor, A-C-H-O-R, first name Shawn, S-H-A-U-N. Both those videos will re-emphasize the points that I'm trying to make. Let death be an ally. Let yourself have more gratitude, develop more appreciation, And let's see if that shifts towards more of a positive attitude. For missing ingredient, the ally of death may be a starting point, but the end point is gratitude, appreciation, and a positive attitude. That is the fundamental missing ingredient. We all need to develop those habits. Let's do it together. Thanks for listening. Good luck in looking for those points, and keep following my presentations, and do subscribe. Love to have you on board. Thank you.